Welcome everyone to Doga Yoga. My name is Melody. This is Merlin. This is Arlo, and today we're doing a beautiful lunar inspired side to side class. So we're going to set up our mat long way. So the long edge of the mat is towards the video, whether I'm on your phone, on your TV, on your laptop, or anywhere in between. So we're going to start in standing, hey puppers. Come to the middle or the edge of your mat, really plant down your big toes hip distance apart. Spread your little toes, have your palms beside you. Shoulder blades rolled down the back and close down the eyes. Let's take a few breaths here to arrive. To kind of notice what's going on in the physical body. Start to let go of the future and the past and just start to ground into your practice today. Big inhale, fill the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, just soften any tension and just let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Notice how your breath is showing up for you, whether it's fast or slow, deep or shallow. There's no right or wrong. And when we're ready, we're going to take a big, beautiful arm circle up overhead. Fingertips touch, really reach for the sky. And exhale back to heart center. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. When we're ready, we're going to take one more big arm circle up overhead. Really reach. We're going to grab a hold of our right wrist here. Just bend your knees, place your right foot behind your left, balance here. And we're going to lean towards the left, gaze goes high. So you can close down the eyes here or have the gaze to the sky. Just inhale, really stretching out that whole side, and exhale, just surrendering and releasing. When you're ready, make your way back to center. Place your feet down, reach the fingers high to the sky, and we're going to swap. So grab a hold of your left wrist, bend your knees, place that left foot behind your right, just on the toes. Send the hips towards the left, hands towards the right. Gaze goes high. Just feel that beautiful side body stretch on your inhale. And exhale, just lean and release. Hear all the birds saying, welcome to your practice today, whether it's morning, evening, or mid-afternoon. When you're ready, come on up. Reach high towards the sky. Just reach the fingers as high as you can and come up onto your tippy toes if you can, and back down. I'm going to try that again. Reach high, come up onto the tippy toes. It's okay if you fall, and lower. Reach. Lower. One more. Reach, hold here if we can. Lower down. We're just going to send our palms wide and step our feet wide into a star pose. So our toes go out, our kneecaps are squeezing in, and we're just taking up space, bringing in all the good lunar energy. And we're going to start our flow today. So we're going to turn our toes towards the left. Our right foot comes parallel to the short edge of the mat. And we're going to reach our left hand all the way over towards the left. So coming into Trikonasana. So this hand, especially to start with today, warming up, can come onto the thigh, can come onto the shin. Just very gently reach that top end towards the sky and send your gaze upward as well. So find the length in the spine here as much as you can. Lean back and soften. Lean and soften. When we're ready, we're going to bend this knee. We're going to sweep this top hand down. We're going to frame this front foot and come into a lunge. So come onto the back toes, lower that back knee down and open up the chest towards the side of the room, or for me, the lake. So find length and just sink the hips down a little. Find your space. If you have blocks, you might have them underneath your hands to bring the ground closer to you. And breathing. Start to send that tailbone down a little bit more. Open up the collarbones. Place a smile on your face. And when we're ready, we're going to walk our hands around towards the front, so the long edge of our mat. And we're going to pivot here. So we're going to turn the left toes towards the long edge of the mat and come on to the right heel. So hands stay in front of us into Skandasana. So we might just be here balancing, especially because this is our first one today, finding length. If you want to go a little bit longer, you can put your hands, or a little bit more spice, I should say, put your hands into your chest and smile. So we're going to really focus on activating this kneecap, flexing those toes up and sending the hips up and away. Find your strength and stability here. And when we're ready, we're gently going to make our way over to the other side. So send the hips up, you can walk the hands over, sink the hips down, come into your Skandasana, flex that left foot, activate that left kneecap, send the hips back, spine is long. And hands might feel comfortable coming into heart center now. You can try and send that back heel down towards the ground. It's okay if it doesn't touch, mine doesn't either. And when we're ready, we're going to make our way into our lunge. So walk our hands around to the short edge of the mat. Pivot around, lower that back knee down, and come into a lunge. Get our ankle and knee in alignment and just open up the hips here. So you might have these back toes tucked or untucked. Either is absolutely perfect. Open up our collarbones. Imagine there's sunbeams and moonbeams on our face, just softening the jaw, softening the neck and shoulders. When we're ready, we're going to come into our Trikonasana. So we're going to tuck those back toes under, come onto the outside edge of that back foot. So push it down, and we're squaring it off with the short edge of the mat. When we're ready, we're gently going to straighten our bottom leg and rise our torso up. So we might have our hand on our thigh or our shin like we did before, or it might touch the ground, reaching that top hand to the sky, Trikonasana. So lean back as far as you can, send the hips forward, shoulders back, creating one beautiful line. And breathe. Softening the face. Your gaze might be down or it might be up. And when we're ready, we're going to push into that front big toe, rise on up, toes out, heels in, star. Take up space, just feel the energy. When we're ready, hands come above us, feet come in one at a time, and bring our hands back to heart center. Bow our head here in prayer and just enjoy the sensation, the opening of the body side to side. Inhale, fill the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, release. When we're ready, we're going to take one more big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale, take our palms wide, feet wide into star. Inhale, take up space and soften. Take up space. Melon's just got to stick out of there. And soften. We're going to do that once more. So we're going to turn our left toes out towards the left, right foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Reach our hand coming into our Trikonasana. Now you might be able to go a little deeper this time. Reach towards the skies and the hips forward, shoulders back, and soften. Reach and soften. When we're ready to spiral this top hand down, come into your lunge. Get down into the hips. You can tuck or untuck those toes. You might come up onto the fingertips or blocks, just really sinking in. Taking a few moments here to just settle. Before we walk our hands around towards the front of the mat, spiral ourselves over into our Skandasana. So that knee is really active, that protects our joints. Our foot flexes towards our face. We're drawing this femur into our hip bone, and we can start to play here if we want to send our hands to heart center, or even open them up towards the side. When we're ready, we're all going to make our way over to the other side. We can have our hands to heart center, keep them on the ground or open them up. And when ready, we're going to come into a lunge. Take your time, wriggle yourself around, get that knee to ankle alignment and just breathe here. Now, our side to side or lunar focused flows are so beautiful because instead of working forward and back on the mat constantly, we're actually opening up, getting into all of the muscles on the insides of our arms, insides of our thighs, all the little muscles we don't move so much in our more, I suppose, dynamic or masculine focused flows. So when we're ready, we're going to come into our Trikonasana once more, tuck those back toes under, come onto the outside edge of that foot, and start to straighten this left leg, or right leg I should say. Peel ourselves open into our Trikonasana. Lengthen, reach a little bit higher, reach a little bit longer with the crown of the head. And when you're ready, come on up. Star. 2 breaths here, really savoring the sensation before we send the hands high, feet in and back to heart center. When you're ready, one more big arm circle up, overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale, star. Now we're going to go a little bit faster this time. Inhale, come into your Trikonasana. We're going towards the right now. Reach and exhale, make your way into your pose. Find a length on your inhale. Exhale, come on down into your lunge. Open up. Inhale here and soften. And our next inhale, we're going to make our way into our Skandasana. Find length here. You might be able to open up. And exhale, transition to the other side. Inhale, find length here, open. And exhale, settle. Come on into our lunge on the other side. Open up our body, really sinking and kind of creating energy. And when we're ready, come out to the outside edge of that back foot, straighten this front leg, open up into our Trikonasana. Find length and soften. Length and soften. Push into this front toe, really activate this kneecap. Rise on up with the core. Heels in, toes out. Come into your star pose. Hands go high. Feet come together and hands back to heart center. 2 breaths length. And soften. Length. And soften. One more. We're going to go quick again. Big arm circle up, overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale into our star. Inhale into our Trikonasana. And exhale, make your way, send that hand down and hand high. Send this top hand down, come into your lunge, open up and sink. One more, we're going to open up and sink. Transfer to your Skandasana, wriggle around to the side, open yourselves up. Oh, very glary in the sun. And then transition to the other side. Open and settle. Open and settle. Make your way around into your lunge, opening up the chest. Gaze goes towards the sky. And when you're ready, lift that back knee up, come to the outside edge of that back foot, straighten this front leg, reach this hand high, Trikonasana. Length and soften. Length and soften. Power on up. Heels in, toes out, hands wide. Bring the hands to the sky. Feet in and back to heart center. Take 5 breaths here, just really savoring the sensation. And when we're ready, we're going to take one more big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And we're going to fold. I'm going to come to face a short edge of your mat here. Bend your knees generously and just hinge. Let the belly connect with the thighs. The crown of the head points to the earth. And just really release here. You might grab the elbows into ragdoll, shake yes and no, side to side. It's really letting any tension let go of the neck and the shoulders. And when you're ready, bend the knees, plant the hands, and just come back into our tabletop position. Take the knees as wide as your mat, or as wide as is comfortable for your hips, big toes together, and sink into our extended child's pose. You're more than welcome to get the elbows in towards the ears, palms together, and bring the hands into reverse prayer. Just connect with the rise and fall here. When you're ready, send your hands forward. Peel ourselves off the mat, vertebra by vertebra, kind of roll on up. Bring the knees in. We're going to send our hands forward and just let our hips and our chest come onto the mat. You can use your arms as a pillow here for a second. Just really release. And when we're ready, we're gently going to come into a nice little back bend to finish off today's class. So option 1 here is to send the fingers towards our hips. Our forehead comes to the mat, and we're going to come into locust. So we're going to do 5 lots of this. Inhale, rise on up. Reach the fingers back. Gaze goes forward, really pushing the hips and tops of the toes into the earth. And exhale, lower. Inhale, press into the tops of the toes, the hips, and the hands back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And lower. Rise. And lower. Rise. And lower. We're going to do one more all together. Rise as high as we can. Reach, reach, reach. And release. Now you might just like to chill out on the mat here. You might not do any more, or you can still continue with your locust. Or if you'd like to go on, kick one heel towards your buttock and grab your foot with your hand, and then the other. Squeezing the knees and ankles together. Imagine we're holding oranges between them and we don't want to let them drop. I'm going to inhale, push into our hands with our feet, and rise on up into our bow. And lower. So you can continue with your locust here or come into bow. Inhale, rise, push into the hips and the shoulder blades down the back, gazes forward and lower. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more at your own pace. Really savoring the sensations. And when we're ready, we're all going to release. Use our hands as a pillow and just release. Take a few breaths here. Just really softening, releasing, letting go. Notice how the body is feeling. If there's any niggles, any tension, any differences side to side. And you're ready, roll on over onto your back. Nice and easy. Come into a savasana. So you can have the feet flopped out to the side, palms facing up. If you'd like to come with me, connect the soles of the feet together, walk the heels towards the groin into reclined butterfly. We're just all going to take 10 breaths of silence and stillness here. Allowing ourselves to really just stop. No more of that masculine rush, 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 must do the next task, must always be achieving. I want you to just allow yourself to be who you are, where you are in this present moment. You are enough just as you are. You don't need the next car, the next promotion, the next raise, that new dress. You are worthy, you are perfect, and you deserve joy and enlightenment in the here and now. When you're ready, if your knees are wide, place your hands on your thighs, bring them together. And we'll just roll over onto a side that suits us. Let's bring one arm up, use it as a pillow. Just notice what's going on around you. For me, I can notice the grains on the wood planks of the jetty, the birds in the trees, the sun on my skin. What can you notice inside the room, outside the room, the noises, the smells, the sensations? Just be really aware. Notice the air on your skin, the connection to the earth. And when we're ready, we're all gently going to rise on up, back into a seated position. We'll take one big arm circle all together up overhead, fingertips touch, reach, and back to heart center. Sending you so much love and gratitude for stepping on the mat with me today, beautiful yogis. Thank you so much for carving out the time for yourself and rescue dogs in need. Sending you lots of love and gratitude. Namaste.